Conversation. Welcome to Conversation, your program coming from Zanis Copper Belt Studios. And on today's program, we shall be looking at the developments which have taken place in Ndola Central Constituency in regards with the implementation of the Constituent Development Funds. And with me in the studio, I have Ms. Rebecca Mshota, who is the Ndola City Council Public Relations Manager. Welcome to the program, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and a very good day to all our viewers.
All right. And also I have Mr. Pongosa, who is the Ndola Central Constituency Chairperson, especially under CDF projects. Welcome, sir, to the program.
Thank you for affording us this opportunity to come and discuss CDF, and greetings to everyone tuned in.
Is Ndola Central?
Ndola Central is the heart of Ndola, the heart of the Copper Belt, because all the big offices are in Ndola Central. So in relation to CDF, we are functional. As you know, CDF has been enhanced. It's covering various components. And we have several projects that have been completed that are still going on. Some are yet to be started. We are covering education, health, infrastructure, and supporting students in youths, particularly in the education sector. So we have to be on top of things as the center of the Copper Belt.
All right. Ms. Mshota, what has happened especially in the education sector? What projects have you done in Ndola Central Constituency under CDF?
Okay, so we've done a number of projects under CDF in Ndola Central. We have a laboratory at Constituency Secondary School. We have a classroom block at Constituency Combined School. We also have an ablution block at Quasi School, as well as an ablution block at St. Andrews High School. We have procured computers for both for Constituency and other schools. We also have desks. We have procured desks for all the schools in all the wards in Ndola Central Constituency.
All right, maybe other projects done, yes.
Yes, thank you. So we have in the education sector, away from sponsoring students into colleges, we can boast of over 2,500 students that have been sponsored to go into colleges under skills development. We also have a few students in secondary schools where we pay 3,000 per year per person, per pupil. But in addition to the infrastructure and support that Rebecca mentioned, I must mention here that 42 kilometers from here on Mufreya Road, there's a place called Lesawaruse. We put up a 1x3 classroom block there, equipped it with desks, and in addition to that, we electrified the place. So it's lit, it's in the middle of nowhere. Then in Mapalo Ward, we have a 1x3 classroom block equipped with desks. In Dag Ward, we have a Kamatete, sorry, that's a clinic. But there's the Tuarubuka school, which will be electrified very soon. It was under RIA, so we'll be electrifying that very soon. We also, going forward, have several schools that will be done, that are receiving attention in terms of additional space, classroom space. Computers, one school that received was DAG, in DAG Ward. They received 20 computers. And in terms of desks, we have, over the last, from 2022 to now, we can safely say we are about 2,800 desks given to schools. So it's making a positive impact on the schools, in the education sector, yes.
All right. Ms. Mshota, all this investment you have done in the education sector, how important is it to the people in the Ndola Central Constituency?
It's very important to the people in Ndola Central Constituency because they have seen the interest from their children to go to school improve. Before, lack of desks is one of the issues that was a challenge for pupils, and they used to be discouraged because they would sit on the floor. But because of the desks that we have been procuring under CDF, that we continue to procure under CDF in Ndola Central, the attendance for classes is higher. Even for the girls that have periods, even them that have improved when it comes to attendance. The office of the DEBS would attest to this, to say that a lack of desks is one of the issues that challenges young girls from attending lessons. We also have heard from parents, because we have gone around to hear the views of the parents and the children. And even when we're having these handover events, the children do say something as well as their parents. We've heard from their parents that they're so grateful because they are now assured that their children will complete school without having to be tempted to go for an early marriage or to get pregnant early. So those are the benefits of having those are the benefits we're seeing from CDF, from what it is doing in Ndola Central.
All right. Mr. Ngosa,
yes.
2,000 students sponsored. In the past, where were they getting this help, and how does it mean to the development of this country, especially also the Ndola Central constituency?
Okay. So, if you walk to the streets of Ndola or any other town, you will see a lot of youths roaming the streets after grade 12 or after grade 9 or 10. Basically nothing to do. And now going into college to do a skill, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, IT, driving, such skills was costly. And now this government has said CDF should pay for youths up to the age of 34, as long as the basic criteria is met. And it's working. So 2,500 are in school. Some have taken certificate courses, some 2-year courses, some 3-year courses. And what it would mean for them, the students, the applicants, successful applicants, is that if they succeed in that program that they undertaken, one can start his or her own business. Or one would have received some qualification to be employed in the mines or drive a bus or, anywhere. So the benefits are many. We are taking people off the streets to do something purposeful and meaningful for their lives. And it's a relief for parents, because parents were not able to afford, but CDF is taking these children into college and schools. And it shall continue. With that, it means the gap, the skills gap, is being reduced. We are creating a workforce, a labor force that can manage the economy to make it better going forward.
Thank you so much. Ms. Mshota, also when you look at the health sector, what projects have been done under this sector as well?
Indeed, a number of projects have been done. For example, when we come to George Township in the Gamashot Ward, it has benefited from having a clinic that was done previously under CDF, as well as a maternity wing has been done under CDF. We also have Kwazi, which had a clinic that was dilapidated, and Kwazi has about even up to 30 babies being born in a week at that clinic. So Ndola Central Constituency did rehabilitate that clinic, and not just rehabilitates the infrastructure itself, the structure, but also procured equipment necessary to improve the services in the maternity wing. We also have the Ndola Teaching Hospital. As you know, it's not just a referral hospital for the clinics in Ndola to refer patients to the hospital, but it is a referral hospital for a number of provinces, and it is #2 hospital in Zambia. The Ndola Central Constituency has funded a number of key projects there. To start with, the road network and the car park has been rehabilitated partly from the funds from Ndola Central Constituency. The constituency funding has also provided a cold room for the mortuary. As you know, a mortuary is a key component of any hospital, particularly a very big hospital such as NTH. Yes, so those are some of the things that have been done under CDF for Ndola Central.
All right. Two more I think that
yes.
we could have left out. We have in Dagwad, Kamatete Clinic, health post actually, it used to operate in the dark. We have electrified that using solar systems, and it's functional. It was handed over not so long ago. Also in Kaninwad, there's a clinic there, Hillcrest Clinic, I think. We secured that with wall fence, and the place is safe now. We shall continue to address some of the issues affecting our clinics and health posts going forward, because the needs still remain. But with what we have done so far, residents are happy that these services have been brought closer to their doorstep.
All right. Maybe you have been interacting with the mothers as well, especially during the handover of those maternity wings. What are the people saying concerning the maternity annexes and also the clinics you have built and the services, other services you have offered under health? Indeed,
they feel very happy that government is investing in women and in the health of women. You can imagine for George, the mothers had to walk sometimes very long distances to the nearest health center which had a maternity wing. For example, they'll have to walk to Twapia at times to just go and give birth. So you can imagine in a situation like that, when you're about to give birth and then you have to walk for a number of kilometers for an hour and a half to just get to the nearest clinic. So they're very, very grateful, and they do tell us, even during those handovers, even before when we go and interact with them, they do tell us that they feel very, very remembered, and they're very, very happy that those things are happening within their areas. You see, with CDF, there isn't a place that is too far or too near to receive support from CDF, and CDF is trying to ensure that nobody is left behind. So people have really been sharing their very good stories, and we're very happy to hear those stories. All right, maybe you can also amplify on the, or maybe any benefits from the mothers?
Mothers.
Concerning the clinics that you have built.
I can start with Ndola Teaching Hospital. Driving to Ndola Teaching Hospital a few years back was a disaster. Now with the car park and the road network having been done there, it's excellent if you decided to pass through. So everybody must be appreciative of that. The distances that our mothers were facing in George, it's not a short distance. And George is a big compound. So walking to Twapia or trying to get a cab into Twapia, very costly. So with a clinic which is equipped with maternity, everybody is happy. And going forward, it's also our intention to even secure it with a wall fence so that everything is safe. But obviously, everybody is excited that the services are getting better.
All right. We saw at Ndola Teaching Hospital as well. They have installed the CT scans. Was there any component of CDF which was also part, or it was just purely government?
It was purely government. What CDF is doing for Ndola Teaching Hospital is the installation of a cold room in the mortuary. Yes.
All right. Maybe let's move on also to the water sector. What has been done in Ndola Central?
Well, in Ndola Central, funding has been given to Kafubu Water and Storage Company to ensure that water lines are provided to Mapalo as well as Nkwazi. So water lines have been installed in Nkwazi and Mapalo, so meaning that people now have access to tap water. It may not be each and every household, but for example, in Mapalo, there are certain places where you can find the tapped water now, and people now have the capacity or ability to even apply to the Kafubu water to have a line straight to their home. So before there wasn't that, but with CDF investing over 700,000 kwacha, they have been able to install the water lines.
Maybe Chair, before you come in and what has been done also in water, maybe we can explain as well, and also maybe just highlight, because for you to install, to approve the money to fund the water projects, there must have been a problem. What could be those problems and which you were trying to address?
Okay. So for the areas that Madam Rebecca here has alluded to, yes, we have done the network. And connections as well. When we just came into office as CDF committees, we first dealt with the balances that the previous regime had left in the CDF account. So we took water first to Twapia ward. So we connected the market and the police post. There was no water there. Now coming back to the enhanced CDF, the area in Nkwazi and Mapalo have had no piped water since Zambia was born. And at the time, our MP Honorable Tayari was being appointed by the President to be Minister of Transport and Logistics. The President reminded him that during their campaign times, they visited those areas and found that there was no water. So people had complained and lodged complaints to politicians. So this government, through CDF, undertook that. In 2022, we allocated funds to Nkwazi and Mapalo to lay a network, first find a pipe. We did 2.6 kilometers in Nkwazi and another 3 kilometers in Mapalo, and connected, in the first year, we connected about 370 households and institutions in Mapalo. We continued and installed another 125 in Mapalo, 125 units of institutions like schools, churches, and households. Nkwazi, it's the same story. Piped water has reached some kiosks and some households are being connected. This year, Kafubu water has been paid even bigger sums of money to ensure that further connections are done. And we expect Kafubu to be on site anytime soon in Nkwazi and Mapalo to ensure that as many people as possible receive clean and safe drinking water.
It means you're targeted to ensure that all the people in Mapalo ward and Mapalo compound and Nkwazi are connected. Is that your
That's the target.
target?
That's the target. If the CDF budget was all for Mapalo and Nkwazi, we'll take water. We'll take water to those areas. because the areas have expanded in terms of population, and we are doing something there, and people are happy, and we'll continue to do that. Even in next year's budget, we'll still allocate some funds towards water.
All right, maybe anything as well on water, the benefits of the people for taking water to the doorsteps.
Yes, it has indeed made it easier for our women that are running households in Mapalo as well as Nkwazi. It has made it easier for them to do their household chores as well as to also undertake their businesses. Because as you know, water is a basic need and it's an essential need that a household would first look for before they engage in either a business or any other activity. So life has been made easier, and we have also received that feedback from our people in both Mapalo as well as in Nkwazi. They've spoken about it, and they've told us that life has been made much, much easier.
All right. Well, viewers, if you have just joined us, this is your program, The Conversation, discussing developmental projects, especially in Ndola Central Constituency here in Ndola on the Copper Belt. And with me in the studio, I have the Ndola City Council Public Relations Manager, Ms. Rebecca Mshota, and also Mr. Pongosa is the Ndola Central Constituency Chairperson for Constituent Development Funds. We are discussing the developments taking place in Ndola Central Constituency. Let's move on again to the police stations or police posts that have been done. Madam Mshota, maybe you can highlight what has been done in this area.
Yes, when it comes to CDF, there's the George Police Post that has been built using CDF. And for the 2025 allocation, there's an allocation to provide an ablution block at the Mapalo Police Post. That has also been done under CDF.
The prisons, anything else that has been done?
Okay, prisons, yes, we were approached by the Prison Zambia Correction Services in what's this? Peter Singogo area. They had no office space. They had no water. They had no electric pots for cooking. And what we have done is they have a population, inmate population of like over 300. So cooking was a problem. When you get to their offices, they were crammed up. Officer in charge, together with all these officers, they crammed up in a small place. But we have created the space for them, and they are very happy. We have also bought electric pots for them, 3 electric pots for their kitchen, so that they are not using firewood. And we have done a borehole with a tank, and also improved soccer, made a bigger one, so that with that population that I'm talking about, we maintain hygiene with a proper soccer. So the center there, the correctional service, is very, very happy with that facility that we supported them with. And for the police post that we opened in George Township, George is in Dag. Dag is, ends at 42 kilometers from Ndola on Mufria Road. So they've never had a police post. So we have done a police post to ensure that there's security in that area. And we plan to pave it because it's a bit muddy when it's rainy season. So we have those plans to ensure that it's paved and fenced nicely so that the police is in a secure area also. But principally is to ensure that people in the area have security.
All right. Maybe Madam Mshota, in the remaining minutes, maybe talk about the grants, how the grants components in Ndola Central Constituency, also even the loans, how is it being done?
Well, as you're aware, when it comes to CDF, there's a component for grants and loans, and a number of organizations, groups, clubs, and companies have benefited from the CDF. In 2022, I think 16 companies benefited from the loans, and then the number was doubled in 2023, and even more in 2024. So Ndola Central is also participating very actively when it comes to receiving the loans. We do have a number of organizations under Ndola Central that have utilized their empowerment loans very well, or we've showcased some of these organizations at even the Zambia International Trade Fair, for example, because we've got one beneficiary who even procured a bigger printing equipment and is now able to print more than what they were printing before. Now they're able to do T-shirts, they're able to do a lot of other things. That is one of the success stories that we're able to tell under Ndola Central.
All right, maybe Mr. Ngosa, the road sector.
The road sector.
What have you done in this sector in Ndola Central Constituency?
Okay. For Ndola Central, particularly Yengwe Ward and Constituency, we can't seriously say we can grade roads in those areas because this is the town center. So we have started and completed some. In Yengwe Ward, there's a road called Boundary Road, which is an access road to Arthur Davidson Children's Hospital. That was paved and is fully functional. It's the main route now connecting Pamozi, Chifubu, and the other areas in Two Town because it's not potholed now. We have also started paving Kampala Road, that's near St. Andrews Secondary School. We have done street lighting in Karewa Road, so the road is well lit for security reasons. We have also lit up Ndivu Road in Constituency Ward. We also lit up Buka Road in Yengwe Ward, opposite Constituency Secondary School. We'll be finishing lighting up Tanzania Road within Yengwe. We have also done some drainage systems in Yengwe at 2 points to improve the water flow of rainwater to safe areas. And in Mapalo, we have graded, I think, 3.2 kilometers. Using 2023 and 2024 CDF. We have done 2.4 kilometers in Nkwazi. We have also done 3.2 kilometers of grading in Twapia. Now we have embarked on grading feeder roads and what is commonly referred to as 3.2 million, which the president talked about. So 3.2 million was set aside specifically to attend to feeder roads in the constituency. And in our case as Ndola Central, the most affected is Dag Ward, which is it peri-urban or rural? Yeah, so we are opening up that area as well as Twapia. And Mapalo and Nkwazi are receiving a fair share. We have had a number of crossing points fixed and attended to so people can cross safely into areas where they were not able to access to in the past. We have also done a bridge in Nkwazi. So it's a motorized bridge and people are excited about that. So going forward also, it's our intention to ensure that shorter distances of roads are paved to ensure that there's easy movement of traffic and human beings.
I saw another paved road just near Arthur Davidson Children's Hospital. What road is that?
That is Boundary Road.
I see.
That's Boundary Road, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Madam Shota, also in a few remaining minutes, maybe you can just highlight what has been done under markets, and also you conclude under the procure, if there are any earth-moving equipment that's been maybe then you conclude. Maybe we can start with Madam Shota because
Yes.
time has gone.
Thank you so much. So in conclusion, we, under Ndola Central Constituency, we have done a market shelter at Peter Singongo Market. You know, that market is a popular market that has been functioning just opposite the Ndola Teaching Hospital for a very long time without a proper infrastructure. And we are grateful to the funding that has enabled the market to have a shelter. We also have a market shelter in Twapia that has been funded using CDF. And also, it's just a call to members of the public to just participate when it comes to CDF by attending meetings with the WDCs. The WDCs will call for a meeting. Please do attend so that you bring out your voices, and so that you hear from other people on how they prioritize issues, and so that those issues are well prioritized. And just a reminder to members of the public that all these things that we do using CDF, it is guided by the IDP, which is the Integrated Development Plan. So there's a plan that was done in 2022 that sort of like brought together all the aspirations of the people of Ndola, and that is also part of our, what guides us on what goes where. So grateful.
Thank you. Mr. Ngosa.
Thank you. So in addition to that, the Constituency market has been paved. The front part has been paved to ensure that the surroundings are, decent. We'll be paving the back, and then the place will be nice for any trader as well as client. We also did a bus shelter in Constituency at Constituency Secondary School. It was one of the earliest projects we did when we just started operating under the enhanced CDF. In addition to that, to ensure that we are running with road maintenance ourselves as a constituency, we first procured the TLB. What's the TLB? It's a front-end loader. Yeah, front-end loader. It has something that can scoop something in front, can also open up and rip the road at the back. We also have a tractor to collect garbage. The TLB is used for clearing drainage systems. But as you know, Ndola Central is huge. You can't be you can't be everywhere every time. So we are operating. We also recently received a grader to ensure that grading is continuous in the constituency. So we, from the 3.2 million which the president talked about, the monies are meant for fuels and maintenance as well as material to ensure that the roads that are attended to given some quality attention. So we are happy with that program, and again it's our intention to, as a district, actually we have been talking as CDF chairs here, to say that we must buy some equipment which we must own collectively, so that if there's a compactor working in Bwana Mkubwa, the grader from Bwana Mkubwa can be doing some work elsewhere, the water bowser can be somewhere, and we are interchanging like that to ensure that there's continuous maintenance of our feeder roads and some township roads that require grading. But all in all, must state that until you see some of these works, until you see the projects that we are talking about, until you have a pupil that is using a computer, until you have a pupil that is at NOTEC, you cannot appreciate these facilities that we are bringing closer to the people. But this CDF truly is a game changer, and you have to experience it, and it's happening everywhere.
Thank you. Well, viewers, you have heard for yourselves. This has been your conversation coming from Zanisa Studios, and I am your host, Tovini Ngombe. With me in the studio, I had the Ndola City Council Public Relations Manager, Ms. Rebecca Mshota, and also Mr. Pongosa, who is the Ndola Central Constituency Chairperson for Constituent Development Funds. So thank you so much for making appearance on this program.
The pleasure has been ours. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, on behalf of my technical team, bye-bye. See you next time. Welcome to Conversation.